podcast about actual asexuality by an actual asexual. My name is Mag Piper, and I am your host today. As if this podcast ever has a different host. Ha! It doesn't. Before we begin, if you hear noises in the background, that's my dogs. I'm sorry, I cannot get them to shut up. My bad. So, I apologize for not getting this to you last week. Things were hectic and I was really tired. Holidays are stupid, and I don't like them. Speaking of holidays, I'd like to announce a formal hiatus of the podcast for the next few weeks. I say few, it's more like 6. Not only is Christmas coming up, which makes podcasting harder because my mother will be home more often, but I'm also currently preparing to move. That's right, folks. Unless something drastic happens, Yagul is moving. I'm so excited. The carpets at the new place are super soft, which I suppose is a weird thing to be happy about, but let me enjoy the little things, alright? On a side note, did you guys know that Starbucks used to have holiday bears? I did not, and my friends, there were many bears. Not judging, because I also collect things. No clue what I'm going to do with all my Funko Pops when I move. Back to the main topic. Hiatus. It's happening. Sad news, but okay. During this hiatus, I will be doing my utter best to set up my Patreon. The current list of perks includes bonus content, such as a dramatic reading of the Asexual Manifesto, an ASMR track of me reading out all the euphemisms for sex I can find, and possibly, if she agrees, a special episode featuring my best friend. I've also realized I can make a Discord server be one of the perks, so that's probably going to be a thing. I'd love to make that public, but I do actually hopefully want to be able to afford putting this podcast up other places. I will attempt to be more active on Twitter during the hiatus. Sometimes I forget Twitter exists. Okay, now that I've rambled on about that for a good minute or so, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns! Sorry, I have no impulse control. Today, I want to talk about queer platonic relationships, how the internet defines them, how I like to interpret them, and complaints about how I'm not in one. If we have time after that, I may talk about crop tops. I have thoughts. So, the internet defines a queer platonic relationship as not romantic, but with a stronger emotional bond than a friendship, which I suppose is succinct enough. I like to say that it defies the relationship binary of romantic/platonic by being neither with cuddles. Less succinct, but very me. I'm big on cuddles. Fairly sure we've discussed that before. Moving on. I have never been in a relationship, romantic or queer platonic. I've been in friendships, of course, those are hard to avoid, but they're also hard to maintain, and they're completely platonic, often with fewer cuddles. Can y'all tell that I need me some dopamine? Anyways, queer platonic relationships are cool. I want one. Romance is overrated, but friends aren't supposed to be physically affectionate in public. Otherwise, people will assume you're in a romantic relationship when you aren't, Helen. I also have thoughts on the dismal lack of public physical affection between people who aren't in romantic relationships and or related in the United States. Sometimes an NB just wants to walk around with their arm around their best friend, okay? And without people making weird assumptions. Get it together, folks. Excuse me while I go scream into a pillow. Queer platonic is also called quasi-platonic, which is more fun to say for those of you who don't like the term queer. I probably could have started with that. The flag is pretty cool too. It has 7 horizontal stripes from top to bottom. Pink, black, gray, white, gray, black, and pink. It also has a yellow heart in the center. Pink represents romantic attraction, yellow represents platonic attraction, and the gray, black, and white represent the gray aromantic spectrum. I've been using a green heart emoji to symbolize platonic attraction. Maybe I ought to start using yellow instead. Might try that out and see what happens. Okay, I've exhausted everything I had to say about queer platonic relationships, except for more complaints about how unattached I am, but I doubt y'all want to hear that. So, crop tops. Or, not crop tops specifically, but the idea that clothes can inherently be sexual. This rant is sponsored by the super cute photos my bestie sent me of her trying crop tops on for fun that netted her a lecture from her mother about modesty. Excuse you, Karen, but if my best friend wants to wear a shirt that makes her look like a pirate, she can wear a shirt that makes her look like a pirate. Her midriff is her own business. Clothes are not an indicator of how much sex you have / want to have. Do I need to say that louder for those of you in the back? I have a couple of tops. I call them my boob tops because they show off the assets I wish I didn't have because gender, but delight in because size. Wearing those tops does not mean I want to have sex. It means I'm being body positive and enjoying the gifts I've been given. There's also Yasmin Benoit. She's amazing. I love her. Not only is she the first openly asexual person on the cover of any major LGBTQIA+ magazine, she's also a lingerie model. The fact that she models clothing that is explicitly for the bedroom setting while still being asexual proves that clothing isn't an indicator of sexual drive or preference. I admire that woman so much. Can I be her when I grow up, or is it too late? It's probably too late. Sucks to be me. Did y'all know that these episodes generally go over 1,000 words? It takes forever and I want a nap, but I also don't have the self-discipline to script them any earlier than the day I'm supposed to post them. With any luck, I'll be able to fix that once I'm out of my ancestral home. Just kidding. My grandfather built it for my mother. It's not ancestral. That's just a fun phrase to say. Seeing as I have run out of things to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. This episode has been shorter than others, and for that I apologize. But also, I can't stop yawning, and I have 6 other things to write today because I cannot stop myself from taking naps after work, and that's really killing my ability to do anything unless it's my day off. I often take naps on my days off, too. Maybe I should work on that. Thank you all for making it through this dumpster fire of an episode. Like I said earlier, I'll be going on hiatus, and this is the last episode until mid-January, most likely. Every listen, comment, and like really helps. If you can, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description, as well as my Twitter bio. You can find that Twitter bio at needspacepod, or you can email me at weneedspace.podcast@gmail.com. The music I used is Mirror Mirror by Diamond Ortiz. This has been Mag Piper, and as always, thank you for listening.